clouds spread over the sky. It was amazing. It was as if morning glories had suddenly bloomed up in the sky.
I looked down on the city. From the top of that hill, I could see that the city was completely lost.
Then fire broke out.
Then the rain fell heavy for several hours. Black and sticky rain.
When it fell on leaves and trees and people's clothes and hands, it stuck and turned everything black.
I smell baking bread. No. Sweets.
No. Coffee.
I smell pine wood. I smell my baby's hair.
I dreamed I too was holding my baby.
I was holding my husband. So was I. What does this remind you of?
Not camping. Fires terrify me. More like waiting for others on a road trip.
Except you have no idea where you're headed.
You giggle just like my oldest Susanna. All the way to Boston, all the way to Lynn.
Watch out, little girl, or you might fall in.
His beard used to tickle me. Not my husband. He shaved every morning.
Oh,
He called it his morning ritual.
I remember Monday mornings.
But there were Friday nights. Or date night, he called it.
And camping with Daddy. But now, fires.
I remember staying up all night together. Listening to him breathe made me smile. His eyes were blue,
Basil.
brown,
Green. Brown.
Let her sleep. Better if she sleeps.
yes.
Better if she sleeps and never wakes up.
Up! Rise! Up! Up from the ground. Trembling body. Old, weak legs. Troy is no more. And I am no longer her queen. Last night I dreamt of a child being swung by a soldier in an arc, its head smashed against a tree. Another soldier is holding back the child's mother. She was forbidden to cry, or scream, or even beg. So she tore her hair. I could see it fall from her fingers in clumps around me. And then, gray clouds appeared, and I drifted up into them and looked down. A world destroyed. I thought they were only dreams until I awoke.
We watched over you as you slept. You kept calling out for your daughter, Lexa. Where is she? Is she safe?
Yes, she is safe for now. Rise up, my women. This is how men are. Our husbands and sons all murdered. Our homes on fire. Get down! The war has ended, they say. And yet it goes on without end. They've killed all the young boys along with the men. Why? This is beyond knowing. I prayed I could pull it all inside my body. The murder, the cruelty, the ruin, the fire, broken limbs, my city. Bring it all inside me so I could understand. I am the queen. Please, God, I am still their queen. Help me to understand while I still have the strength.
Hecuba, You were their queen. Stick to the plans.
Who are you?
Hecuba, it's Talthybius, a liaison from the Greeks. You know me. You watched me come and go through the palace 1,000 times.
Burned. You scorched it. Buried in ash. You are a beast and a butcher. Stay away from my women!
Captain, stick to the plans. My regrets I find you in this condition. Please remember, I'm a diplomat. My charge is to give voice to policies set by others. These words are not my words, but the honest employment of my diplomatic voice only. And the message I carry today is for you.
So the victors have decided.
To be sure, in war there are no victors.
Are there not?
I think not. Here at the end, when one would want to restore order, civility, we discovered that the end of war is panic. Not to my taste.
Shut up and just voice the message.
Your future has been decided. The council of my countrymen have reached verdicts on how you women will each be allotted to a man.
Allotted.
Yes.
You mean these women will be distributed amongst your soldiers?
What? As property?
Payment, you might say. Maybe wives.
Wives? Or wives. You mean these men will do with our women what they please? And with me as well?
Yes.
And my children?
Yes.
So this is what you and your men have come to do?
Yes.
So this is why you come to us, speaking of your regret and sympathy, king of civility. Why is it that at the end of war, the victors can do nothing better than to recreate the conditions that are cause of war?
War ended. As long as there is ambition and fear, war will never end.
Captain, it's easy for the women to believe that the war is over. But the men are still on fire. Their blood is racing.
Men, act. You act. I speak. Play your part well and act as directed.
This is how men are, inside, at our core.
Yes, yes. Nonetheless, a good life is still possible. One can still attend a play or poetry reading. I don't know, perhaps a concert.
And will my children be listening to poetry or Puccini? Who will have my daughter Cassandra?
She is to be well taken care of.
By whom?
King Agamemnon.
Agamemnon, the general of the army, who has murdered my husband and my sons, destroyed my city, my home. He put an end to any kind of nobility in war. This is the brutal animal, the disease, who will have my daughter.
I understand this is sudden, maybe rude.
And what of my son's wife, Andromache?
She is to be given as wife by the son of Achilles, Neoptolemus.
That boy! The boy whose father opened my son's throat. These are the people who will bring my children to their beds.
I've already spoken with Cassandra and Andromache. Where is Philoxena? We know she's here.
I haven't seen her since you and your men attacked my city. She can be presumed dead. Please, I beg you, pour the vilest venom down my throat, or strangle me before my daughters learn their fate.
You needn't be shocked. Remember, I am a diplomat. My charge is to give voice to policies set by others. Captain, get your men to act. Go fetch Cassandra. After, she is to promptly board Agamemnon's ship. These are the words I'm to speak to you, and nothing else.
How can they do this? This is torture beyond torture. And what will they do with me? I am just a hobbled, old woman. Please, tell me, what will they do with me? I am just an old woman dying from grief. Show mercy.
I am to tell you after you say goodbye to your daughters.
Talthybius, please.
Remember, I do not create policy. You are to be payment to Odysseus.
Odysseus!
Forgive me.
On the steps of the parliament, Odysseus, with his own hand, publicly bled her husband. Our queen's husband! Try!
White marble one moment.
Cleave!
What?
The cut on his throat.
Yes. The cut was so clean it held its place in our mind.
Our collective mind.
For so long.
Then came the blood.
Then the resistance.
Then
The unthinkable.
Odysseus gave the order
He set the time.
To annihilate the resistance.
to annihilate all of us.
Many people on the streets were killed almost instantly. The fingertips of those dead bodies caught on fire. Then the fire gradually spread over their entire bodies. From their fingertips, I was so shocked to know that bodies could be burned and deformed like that. Hands that would turn pages and hold babies, they just burned away.
Saw the father of a neighboring family standing almost naked. His skin was peeling off all over his body and was just hanging from his fingertips. I spoke to him, but he didn't respond. He was looking for his family.
The girl lying near to me was hurt, with lots of broken glass stuck all over her body. Her blood had splashed and made stains on my shirt.
I was running away with my mother. There were shells landing everywhere, making craters in the ground, throwing up rocks and dirt. At one point, she couldn't run anymore, so I carried her on my back, still running, but she was heavy, and I suffered with the burden of her. After a while, I realized she was dead, and I felt relieved to let her fall from my back and be done with her.
Some days, I remember what it's been like. On a summer day, when the weather's so hot, you can't think of what to do with yourself. And then, a letter arrives, attached to an orchid in full bloom. And you think how deeply your friend must feel to have taken such trouble on such a suffocating day.
Andromache, dear, come to me. Come. Hand me my grandson.
Hector and I used to go dancing every Friday night. And here's the deepest secret that no one knows. He'd take me in his arms.
Stop!
Stop what?
Stop remembering.
Stop remembering?
Stop remembering, yes. Now is the time to forget. Your husband, your lover, your country.
So what? After all this, this is my reward for having been a good wife? I'll make a perfect slave.
Andromache, I won't do now.
Don't tell me what to say or do, old woman. Mother of my dead husband. Don't you open your mouth. And don't you dare touch me. All this loss and despair, this deep, deep despair in my heart, and all of our hearts, is because of you. Years ago, you could have changed destiny. You should have listened to the prophecy. But instead, you gave birth to that cancer inside you. You were told, she was told that Troy would burn to the ground and Hector would die if Paris lived. You and the king could have suffocated him then and there. And all of this misery would just be a nightmare.
You're a mother, Andromache. Could you harm your own babe? That priceless treasure you hold? Could you suffocate a Stynax? Smash his head into a tree?
My child will never bring harm to anyone. My child was not cursed as Paris was, with the desire for that dog Helen.
But what if it were predicted that he would harm a people? You could never do that. Never have the courage nor the strength you accuse me of having and yet denying. No woman is that strong.
Do you hear that?
It's Cassandra.
Cassandra?
They are dragging her from the serenity of the temple. Long ago, she went mad. Mad. Burn with rage! With the rage of our dead men!
She speaks of things to come. All too fantastical to be true. What is she carrying? What does she think she's carrying? You shouldn't laugh.
Burn with rage! Burn for Hymen, the god of marriage!
to my groom with whom I will die beside with the swinging of an axe. Don't you see? You don't believe me? Mother! Mother, why does no one ever believe me? And why do men's desires always win over reason? Who are you?
Talthybius, liaison
To the Greek army? Yes, I know you. I've seen your horrid face before. You will send my mother to slavery. She will escape, though, but slip to her death climbing the ship's mast. Or maybe you'll spare her suffering to come. Shh. I remember. This is what you call winning the war. True, we have lost, but our honor remains. We have defended our city. Lift up your heads, sister women, and be proud. These Greeks will perish, never knowing honor. Most will drown, like this man, and this man, just off our shores. Their flesh consumed by time, and see, their bones ground down by the waves, becoming the white sands of our future coasts. Unburied, their wives and daughters will never see them again.
Are you going to let her speak to us this way?
You've been ordered not to touch Cassandra, but these women, you can do with what you like.
Oh, how you mourned when my brother Hector fell. How will you bear what's to come? Oristina, how will you bear it? You will stand in my mother's shoes soon, but you will bravely wear this pain as proudly as a brooch, and you will bear witness. You will bear it too, mother. All of it to come, as noble as a queen must. Yes, mother, like a brooch.
As a princess must, rise up, as proudly as a brooch. Oh, my poor child, let me embrace you and hold back these nightmares.
You spoke of my son. What if my son is Stynax? I know I am better than to reach into that cursed mind of yours, but I am desperate.
Take your son and run. He is in grave danger.
Danger?
You don't believe me either.
No, I don't believe you. He's so small.
You must believe me. Take your son and run.
Where to, the men? I have been given a slave to Neoptolemus, the son of my husband's butcher.
Neoptolemus will have none of your son. Hold a Stynax tight in your arms and run! 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 I will open your skull!
Captain, stick to the plans. Cassandra must be brought safely to the ship of
Agamemnon! Tell him that he has chosen well which women to take. Take me to the general ship and know that I will be hacked from the moment that I step off of that ship, so far from here that you won't hear me scream, "Mercy!"
She doesn't know what she's saying. She doesn't understand it.
I hope you can proceed with at least the pretense of self-respect.
The storm is coming. The great tempest.
Stay with Cassandra. We're cautioning Cassandra may try to hurt herself. We should follow.
Yes, she must get safely on board.
Talthybius! Yes,
Hold your son tight. And yes, run if you must. But look, see, he's safe. We all know Cassandra is mad. Perhaps his peace, however brief, will finally cure her.
For my burning body, the cold water of the river was precious. And I left the river, walked along the railroad tracks in the direction of my home. On the way, I ran into a friend of mine. The soles of his feet had been badly burnt. Unthinkable. The soles were peeling, and red muscle was exposed. I could not go home ignoring him. So I made him crawl, using his arms and knees. Next, I made him stand on his heels, and I supported him. Okay? We walked, heading toward my home, repeating the two methods.
The storm is coming. You, Andromache, must hold tight to the hope in your arms.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Death closes all, but something ere the end. Some work of noble note may yet be undone. Not unbecoming men strove with gods. A poem I learned when I was a little girl.
It's Helen, my queen. We must be avenged.
Where are the soldiers?
Gone.
Ready yourselves!
Menelaus! Is he here?
Oh, I see. Someone misspoke.
Someone misspoke. To you. A dog.
No one misspeaks to a dog.
Not a dog like you.
You might say one would kick a dog.
Or slap and feed a dog.
Cut off its tail. Remove its claws.
File its teeth.
Tether and skin it.
Boil it.
Bleed it.
Break its back with an axe.
Nail its skull to a tree.
Don't move, Helen. All this could happen to you.
Peace! Hold your peace, women. We are not savages like the Greeks. Though, what you say is true and deserving for this woman, Helen, who has walked in unguarded. We must hold on to our passions and think through our thoughts, as dark as they may be. We are not like the men whose passions rule their reason. They're annihilating passions. We are women. Reason rules us. Not she, not Helen.
Helen, don't speak. A dog listens, behaves, or is beaten. Sometimes to death if her master is on the brink of losing their soul. Who here has felt such pain deep within their being because of this woman?
I do, and I.
So have I.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Me too.
So do I.
Most certainly I.
Helen, married to Menelaus, king of Sparta. You had a handsome husband, and rich. Well, not as rich as my son, or as handsome, but a husband nonetheless. Helen, the adulteress, the slayer of thousands, the dog that burned Troy. For 10 years our city lay under siege by the armies of your husband, simply because you lusted after my son.
He tried to— Shut up! It seems this dog has a poor memory. Bind and gag her.
Kill her!
He can't look into her eyes, my queen. You know this. He can't resist her magic.
Is that Helen?
Menelaus, so I see you've come to renew your wedding vows.
No, I've come to kill her. Hecuba? Is that you? These last 10 years have really changed you.
I could say the same for you.
Step aside and hand me my prize.
No!
These men will kill anybody who stands in my way. Will you be the first to fall? Men, aim.
Let us finish dealing out the justice that is due.
I won the war.
Is this what you call winning?
Yes. Where's your husband, Hecuba? Where are your sons again? And how old is your grandson? Oh, and I know Polexena is here. Where is she?
Polexena?
Where is she?
She's a child. She's only a child.
It has been decided that she'll be given to Achilles.
Achilles.
Yes,
We were told Achilles is dead.
it's true. He's dead. His companions in arms have decided that his body should not be left here in Troy in an unhonored grave.
Please, let me keep Polexena. My youngest daughter. Only Polexena. Or, if you must put someone atop Achilles' grave, choose me. What use am I if I can no longer do my job of mothering? What use am I if you take that away from me? Choose me! Choose me!
No,
choose me!
Here I am.
Go back!
I'm not afraid. I heard everything. Don't be afraid, Mother.
No, you won't take her. I'm going with you.
She doesn't know what she's saying.
I'm not sorry, Mother. It's my fate.
No, no, no.
She had lived some years. We would both be grown-ups and talk as equals and share our thoughts.
No.
You have to accept it.
No. No, no.
Perhaps you could.
No. Take her now.
No! 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 No!
Menelaus, I've missed you so, and now these women have been cruel, and the men have touched me with brutish hands. My skin is sensitive, remember? Please, these ropes are cutting me. I've missed you.
Stop.
I've been cursed, Menelaus. Can't you see? Look at me.
No! Menelaus, don't look into those adulterous eyes. Look in front of you. A storm is coming. These women are prepared to do what is right and just.
Save me from this hell. Paris enslaved me for 10 long years. So many nights I tried to escape back to you, but Paris would never let me go.
She is a liar.
Hecuba should be the one you blame. This woman knew the prophecy of her son and still let him roam the world freely.
Men make their own destiny.
Yes, and you made me yours the first moment you laid eyes on me. Oh, how I long for you. Oh, I see. So be it. I am to die. Then please take me home. Let my blood fall on Spartan soil, not here amongst these savages.
I want to kill you now.
I know. But right now, this very moment, I ache to lace my arms around you. Wrap your neck in warm kisses. I've carried this desire with me for 10 long, long years. Why this war if not to take back what is yours? Kiss me.
No, Menelaus.
Don't listen to her. Look at me. Look at me.
Menelaus, don't. My daughter spoke of honor and dignity, Menelaus. So the blood on your hands has been washed clean so quickly. I see. It is true. Lust and greed are the true rulers of mankind.
No. Of course not. She'll be taken back to Sparta where she'll be stoned to death. Drag her to my ship.
Thank you for the hospitality.
Somebody grab her! See? There is victory in war. That is victory! You, Andromache, hold tight to my grandson. Final heir. Our last hope for Troy.
I have been tasked with one last thing before I board ship for home. Andromache, you are to hand to me your son.
What?
In your arms, your child.
I have no child. This is just an old blanket.
Hand me the boy.
Polybius, no! No, 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 no! You come to us to take a baby, the very spirit of innocence, of love. There's evil in the world, Polybius, and there is love. Evil remains always and true to itself. But love and mercy can exist anywhere that there is hope. That baby is our last strand of hope in the world that the Greeks have left for us. Please, I beg you. The storm is coming sooner than you can imagine. We must all board the ships. Come, widows, we board the ship!
Those in power fear the boy. Fear is contagious, a disease. Fear forces the action of those in power.
These Greek masters are afraid of a helpless child? My husband's ghost should strike fear in their hearts, not his helpless son.
Andromache, please.
Polybius, you've gone mad! They've all gone
They
mad!
fear the man you will grow to be. Please remember, I am a diplomat. I speak nothing original.
I will teach my son to hate war. I promise. I will teach him to hate war as much as I hate Greece. I swear it. Oh, help me, God, strike these men dead!
Princess, stop! This will be tragic. Hand me the boy. I promise his death will be swift and painless.
No.
Now!
You go straight to hell!
Captain! What can I do? It's been decided. It's done. Take the boy!
Don't you lay hands on him. I'll hand him over. Later. Run!
Put down the gun.
Andromache, stop! Come to me. Come. These Greeks will not stop now that their pride has been provoked.
But why?
It's war.
Take it. It's yours. Kill it. Hit it with an axe thrown in a fire. I can't protect it. I could only give life to it.
Andromache, not this way.
Take it! Hand him back. Hand him back! Shh, shh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Shh, shh.
Cassandra spoke of honor and dignity. We have no choice. Hand me my grandson. There it is. Good mother. Please, let this be done swiftly.
It will be. From top the walls of Troy, he used to be thrown.
Rise up! Rise up! Don't let these bastards win!
All the way to the land. Watch out, little boy, or you might fall in.
Please, I beg you, here we have the body returned. A prince, the end of a bloodline. He needs an honorable place to rest. With him, we'll bury this war. To the Greek fleet and our new home.
I will try.
on the bus. I'd been holding my son in my arms. All of a sudden, it went dark, and before I knew it, I was outside. I was holding my son still, and I looked down at him. Fragments of glass pierced his head. Blood was flowing from his head over his face. But he looked up at me and smiled. His smile has stayed glued in my memory. He didn't remember what had happened. I had plenty of milk, which I drank all throughout that day. I think my child sucked the poison right out of my body.
Then?
Soon after that, he died.
This can only happen if it happens quickly. No one else can know.
Come, let's bury your child. Come, widows. We bury the end of an era.
Listen closely. Heartbeats of the ones left.
Baby boy. Is he in peace? Yes. Please. Understand this. War and fear will kill us all. Up. Rise. Up. Up from the ground. Trembling body, old weak legs.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move.